what? I'm going to issue a challenge. If Jeff Hardy doesn't win, I'll, what can I do that's completely stupid?
Dress up like Jeff for a day, face paint and all.
Yes!
I will do that. I will do that.
Alright, we have that on tape.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Dark Match. This time for TNA Genesis. Oh God, I don't want to talk about this. But as usual, I am No Leaf Clover, and with me tonight,
I am the RXW intern, Mega Fighter Free.
or Skippy.
I'm Christopher
Shut
Says.
up.
Dark Matches, M of the M.
And I am your Fox friend Backlash. And Skippy, say your name properly.
Mega Fighter Free. Shut up, you.
We're going to need to start some kind of shock therapy with him. He's not getting it. Anyways, it's time once again for What is Iron Sheik Tweeting Now? Ahem. The Tip Tipper is the real motherfucker. He believes in the God of the Jesus like the Sheiky. He's no piece of shit like Ultimate Warrior.
So, apparently Sheiky Baby likes the Tim Tebow. You know, you would think that he wouldn't like Tim Tebow because Tim Tebow doesn't drink, doesn't curse, doesn't consume massive amounts of cocaine.
You see, this goes back to what I said a long time ago. There are two modes to the Iron Sheik. Football and fuck Hulk Hogan. This is somewhere in the middle. It's football with fuck the Ultimate Warrior.
So you mean to tell me that from the month of February until the month of August, it's going to be nothing but fuck Hulk Hogan?
I can live with that. It gives us plenty of material.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlike this pay-per-view.
Oh, God.
As
Yeah.
you can tell, we're kind of depressed.
You know what? We're probably overplaying it a little bit because this pay-per-view, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was boring at parts, but it wasn't, like, fucking horrible, you know?
It was boring at parts, okay at parts, but to top it all off was something fairly, a little bit depressing.
Yeah.
It
was just one great big meh. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the two headlining matches had very disappointing finishes. Not even really just the result, but hey, like in terms of the main event result, I almost wonder if we're really just disappointed because all of us were wrong and we really expected them to go the low road and just give Jeff Hardy the belt right off. But we'll get to that when we get to it. We started off with a pretty fun X Division 4-way dance between Zima Ion, Kid Cash, who I don't care about, Austin Aries, and Jesse Sorensen, who I don't really have much reason to care about. Zima Ion and Austin Aries. That's pretty much all I got to say about this match.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing that you're talking about them, though?
I mean, it seemed like Zima Ion ultimately didn't seem like I think it came down to Austin Aries and Jesse Sorensen, and that's great if you want to have a heel against a face, but it's clear that their priorities lie towards Zima Ion, and I mean even if he's a heel right now, he could get over pretty easily with the crowd, and they could just dust it under the rug, but like I don't think they're really showcasing him as much as they should. Like I think it should have been those two duking it out. And for not for nothing, but people cheer for Austin Aries all the time. areas all the time, so he's not doing the best job.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. This match was a little bit too spotty for my taste. Like there's one part where Austin Aries is going for his pendulum elbow thing, but he milks it for like a full 30 seconds just so Sorensen can get up on the top rope and jump him from behind.
Oh yeah, that was the worst part. But there was actually a bunch of like where three people are duking it out outside and someone does a splash. That was actually not in a way that we're waiting for someone to hit us. Like that seems a lot more spontaneous than that kind of thing usually is. So I guess it was a
as far as matches to open the show go, this match was fine. It wasn't anything special, but it was fine. And I guess that's something positive about it.
Yeah, I will say though that they probably should have switched it with the tag match to make us feel a little bit better towards the like going in later to the show.
Yes, because this is going to get much worse.
Oh yeah, and by the way, everyone, Rick Ross is here. He's
what the hell? What the hell was up with that? Was he like an invited guest, or did he just decide I'm gonna go watch me some Impact?
Well, Rick Ross is a Floridian, isn't he? Like I'm sure.
Yeah, he's from Florida, and he's the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
Yeah, but I don't know. That just seems like a weird choice to do in between hustling.
Yeah.
I just told a rap joke and no one got it. God, I feel
no, Lee, it's not your fault. We are all just very, very white.
But yeah, another deficiency though with this match is that like there seemed to have been they seem to advertise as a four corners match, which it wasn't. That's just one pinfall to a victory. This was a four-way dance where every pinfall is an elimination.
I honestly don't think they even know the meaning of four corners match anymore.
Yeah, and of course,
because sometimes it's an elimination match, sometimes it's just a fatal four-way, sometimes it's an elimination match. They just don't have a fucking name for all those matches, so they just call them all a fatal four-way.
And even so,
four corners match.
A four corners match involves two people in the ring with two people on the apron, and like it's almost it's either lucha rules or tag. Like it's like you pretty much anyone can tag anyone and like take themselves out and bring themselves in. That's a four corners match, not just.
And that would have been stupid, but still.
Yeah.
That's what they said it was going to be.
But yeah, for the first elimination comes when Zema Ion does a 450 on Kid Cash. Good. He's definitely the most insignificant part of that. Fine. Second elimination comes when Jesse Sorensen has put Zion in a small package. Okay, fine. But yeah, at the end of it all, Austin Aries gets the brain buster and he retains the title. Someone that they're protecting very much. They're not trying anyone else with this belt. Then again, it'd be kind of hard to. He probably does have the best handle on this division.
We've got Jeremy Borash backstage, and this segment was really hard to follow because it's basically.
Oh wait, Backlash. Did you know that Terrence and Terrell are with the Pope?
I do now,
oh.
But here's the problem with this promo, because it's supposed to be Jeremy Borash interviewing the Pope, but Terrence and Terrell will not shut up. They just keep talking over both of them, and you get absolutely nothing out of this promo. Except a headache.
But yeah, basically they call they say that their father Devon is washed up and 2012 is the end of him. Pope agrees. And they recap their Pope and Devon's one failed title shot that again was of such significance in the grand scheme of the tag title picture. And now they're in a feud because Pope is Raven. But we have.
God, how I wish we were watching a Raven match.
Yeah, well, maybe not today, but.
There's so much wrong with that statement.
No, not one today, but yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with that statement?
But one within the 90s and early.
Yeah, if it was the 90s, yeah. But Raven in 2012.
Not Raven today, Raven when Raven was actually good.
Yeah, not Uncle Scotty Raven.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we have a singles match, Pope versus Devon, and basically it's the whole things with the whole stuff with the kids is immediately dispensed when Devon is on the ground and Pope comes in and he tells the kids to get him like a couple of like hired goons. Looks like they're about to, but eventually Devon hits a lifting inverted DDT and he pins him and he reconciles with his children. One of the most heart wrenching angles I've ever been privy to.
It's the fact is we didn't even know that we were gonna have this match until Impact. We didn't even know this feud. This feud keeps going on and off and off and on. I don't think any of us actually knew that we were gonna have this fucking match on the pay-per-view until it was announced, and then I can't explain all the fucks that I did not give that this match was happening.
I mean, I almost wonder if like this was an explosion feud, which
It probably was. I mean, I know that there had been segments on Impact, but they happened so long ago. In fact, I don't think we've had anything in between now and Final Resolution on Impact with them.
Well, actually, I think we had for like 2 weeks, I guess, and then they vanished for another 2 weeks, and then suddenly here we are at Genesis with them feuding again.
It's like if you guys don't care enough to put the feud on TV, why the fuck should we care? But there we go again using logic.
yeah, I mean, the one thing that's good about WWE's shows, Superstars and NXT, is that the feuds on there don't friggin' spill onto the pay-per-views. Not even on dark matches. Like they understand that since they're not on TV, they won't get near the amount of exposure that Raw and SmackDown do. So they keep them off. But yeah, Jeremy Borash is interviewing Sting backstage after this match when Velvet Sky comes in and interrupts them, talking very frantically about an idea she has. Well, first of all, about being the new Knockouts VP after Karen was let go, and
Because
then
we need one of those.
yeah.
Basically, it just, well, she was talking like a mile a minute, but basically,
Yeah.
she has an idea because Madison Rain and Gail Kim, Madison Rain's been getting involved in Gail Kim's matches. Duh, that's what the heels do. So she's got an idea for a match. She doesn't tell us what it is because she whispers it to Sting, but it's described as the Velvet Touch match, which, when you really think about it, sounds really creepy. We'll get to that after this, because now we've got something nobody gives a shit about: Gunner versus Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, what they're
Fuck.
Wow, I can actually hear No Leaf not giving a fuck.
and I don't like falling back on TNA hate. Like I often get a little peeved when people like insult performers because I think there are a lot of good performers here tonight, just in completely jumbled, haphazard situations. Fucking
Well, yeah, but it's basically TNA not knowing how to work with what they've got, and that's always been their biggest problem.
You know what we actually forgot about though? After Velvet Sky, Sting basically puts Jeff Hardy the hell over, saying he's rebuilded his bridge of trust.
Rebuild it. Wow.
Yeah, he's a changed person and he's reached new heights.
Trying to figure out exactly what that change entails.
I mean, like from a lot of indications, he really is getting clean. Yes, but I mean, no, I'll wait for it to last.
Yeah, well, from what I've heard, he is trying to get clean. Sadly, his on-screen appearances do not help his case.
If I don't hear like all these rumors and news reports like about like a year from now, then cool, then he's probably earned my respect. But
I hate to be this guy, and I know we're kind of getting ahead, but nobody comes up with that face paint while sober.
Oh.
We could have had you wear that fucking face paint at TNA.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. But do we even want to talk about this match?
No.
Wait, what match are we not talking about?
Gunner versus RVD.
Murphy's
Oh,
pal
right,
versus Rob
that
Van
one
Dam.
with the fuckers we don't care about.
Yeah, that's just what I'm going to call him for now. Murphy's pal.
Who's Murphy?
Shut up.
Gunner's pal.
But yeah. This is the only good thing. The only notable thing about this match was that the two actually go hold for hold early on, like something that would be extended about like 5 minutes in your normal indie match. But that's about all the fucks I give about this one. They're basically trying to. The whole history behind this is that Gunner and Ric Flair is encouraging Gunner to like give RVD DDTs on the concrete. He got disqualified from a match from doing that before, but this time it worked and he pins him. And does he get? Is it a DQ or does he actually get the pin with the DDT?
No, he gets the pin.
Because yeah, they really do kind of put it over. Which, as they should, it's a kind of deadly spot, but who cares? After the match, Gunner is slapping himself in the face and bulging his eyes out because he's intense.
And they carry
He's
RVD
the
out
man,
the stretcher.
brother.
And they carry RVD out the
How is
stretcher.
he intense? He's nothing. He's just a white guy with a lot of tattoos. That's all he is.
That's
Yeah,
TNA's definition of intense.
Yeah, his charisma. He should start stealing other people's catchphrases, and maybe we'll at least get a chuckle out of that.
Hey,
It's
he
time.
did not get my
It's
bid.
time. It's Gunner time.
No, he did not get my bid. Shut up.
You're in the Gunner zone. The fat computer marks are here to help. But
yeah, they carry RVD out on a stretcher.
I'm not
Motherfucker.
back. Sorry.
Yeah, they carry RVD out on a stretcher, and there have been rumors that he's possibly signed a contract with WWE. This might signal his departure from TNA. We're not sure. We'll see what happens.
He might be getting the John Morrison treatment here.
Could be, but nonetheless, Jeff Hardy is next on the promo, and take it away, Backlash. You mentioned his face paint before.
I'm going to have to quote my good friend Harry Plinkett. Oh my God! What's wrong with your face?
Oh wait, I'll throw out my comparison. His face paint. He looks like a Tool album cover, especially when he closes his eyes.
He's trying to mimic his shirt.
Yeah, the color coded.
He kind of looks like. Go ahead.
Oh, it's yours.
In doing so, he kind of looks like Spawn. I don't know why, but that's the first thing I saw. I was like, it looks like Spawn.
I don't think he looked like Spawn. I think he just looked like an asshole.
Yeah. I even preferred his scaly green half face paint. No, forget it. There doesn't have to be an option. But yeah, he has the same colors as his entrance name and his shirt and whatever they're trying to. That same image. I fucking hope I don't see any of his fans with face paint like that in the coming weeks.
Why would you say that when you know we are?
Yeah, probably. But nonetheless, we have a recap package for the Knockouts match. Oh yeah, I should say for the promo, Hardy quoted his hit song. He's saying that he's modest to the top. Notable.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Like,
You know what it means? I don't know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything.
If I could be a fucking dick to him, I could say that if you consider yourself so modest than the top, then there's no such thing as the top. It's just you and your imagination.
Oh God, the imagination. Why'd you have to remind me of that?
Imagination.
Oh God, a SpongeBob reference.
Well, you are SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's cooler than Jeff.
I will fucking kill you. And I won't feel bad about it.
Shut up, Skippy. Anyways,
I'll
The
thank
Knockouts
you.
title match. It's Mickey James versus Gail Kim, and we find out what this Velvet Touch thing is. It's a penalty
It's the
box
penalty
match.
box.
Yeah, nobody remembers that shark cage match between Robbie E and Jay Lethal with Cookie hung up over there.
No,
She's
nobody
not
does.
able to do anything.
You do remember the penalty box, though.
Yeah.
No one wants to remember that.
And, we had our good friend Stomphoof on the forums who actually did manage to make it into Genesis. Did he confirm that that was already there? Because they had to put over that Velvet had to find people last minute to assemble this damn thing. But was it already built?
I don't know.
Has he?
It probably was already built, and they just loaded it into the arena.
Yeah.
It just seemed like such a weird thing to like. Who the fuck do you commission to build that? Like, she doesn't really have any authority in TNA, so
It doesn't matter that she doesn't have any authority in TNA. They're just letting people do whatever the hell they want. I'm calling it Eric Young syndrome at this point.
It will accept the people aren't, unlike Eric Young, aren't able to handle doing anything they want.
Huh.
But this Gail Kim versus Mickey James match, can't say there was much notable about it.
I thought it was a good match.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was a damn good match until you get to the finish. Which
Oh,
is
look, that
a
happened
lot.
in TNA again?
Because
Christ.
what happens at the end is they have Madison Rain in the fucking pink cage, and she tries to hand down a pair of brass knucks to Gail Kim, but the ref catches them and takes them away. And as he's going to throw them out, she throws down another pair. Now you think you know what's coming, but trust me, you don't. Because
Well, we have to give him points for originality.
yeah, it's originality, but it's still stupid. Because as Gail Kim goes for them, Mickey grabs them first, and in clear view of the ref, clocks Gail Kim in the head, getting herself DQ'd.
And thus costing her the fucking championship belt.
and furthermore, enticing a bullshit chant.
Why?
That was there is a new first in TNA. That was the first time I have ever heard a bullshit chant during a knockouts match.
During a knockout.
Yeah, I had to add that caveat. It's the first time I've heard a bullshit chant specifically during a fucking knockouts match.
Yeah, because I was gonna tell you, do you remember that live Impact with Hulk Hogan and that stupid Steel Asylum match? There was a bullshit chant.
But what
But
what are they trying to accomplish with this? Were they trying for a heel face turn?
I
I don't know.
no one
I
here.
don't. I really don't. I can't come up with a storyline reason why Mickey would. I guess the only thing I can come up with is just that she is so freaking disgusted with Gail that she was willing to lose the title just so Gail could have some comeuppance or something. But
You're thinking way too hard on this, No Leaf.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm giving TNA way too much credit because I don't think they actually like think that far in advance. Like, oh, that would add an interesting layer. She doesn't care as much about winning the title as she does about beating up Velvet. Like, that would be beating up Gail. That'd be an interesting wrinkle. But this is TNA, so we can't have interesting shit happen.
Figures make Russo's brain hurt.
At any rate,
Our next interview is with Bully Ray, who he basically gives his usual shouty kind of promo, kind of threatening, saying, I thought I was afraid of the Mrs. Monsters Ball match, but I realized I was from fucking Hell's Kitchen, New York, and this is my kind of match. I've been doing this for over 15, 20, however much.
It wasn't even a Monsters Ball match.
Oh yeah, why? Because that stupid fucking probably Russo shit where it's like, oh, they have to stand in a dark room for 24 hours, no food. Like,
And they come out.
how the hell do you allow that to come off? Like, makeup? They ignored it for good reason. That's the kind of thing that you could leave behind. I guess that, like, now a Monsters Ball match is just weapons strewn around the ring. But oh yeah, he says basically says that he's the king of hardcore, but in doing so, he name drops Terry Funk and says that even over someone like him, I'm the king of hardcore. Why Terry Funk? They didn't allow him to reference Sandman or something. I mean, obviously, Terry Funk's reputation precedes him, but it's kind of weird. Like, he didn't throw out any other name.
Well, really, who else could you mention? I mean, I know you just mentioned Sandman, but when you think Legends of Hardcore, I don't necessarily think Sandman.
He could have said Foley.
Yeah,
Foley's in WWE. I don't think they could get away with that.
But they don't own the name.
Dude, who in TNA would care that fucking Foley's in WWE?
No, I think they might actually get sued.
They can't get sued for mentioning the name Mick Foley.
Yeah, they can't get sued for mentioning his name. They can get sued for using his likeness or something. But
then I don't know why he didn't mention Mick Foley, but I don't have a problem with him name dropping Terry Funk. He is a hardcore legend. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess it's just like he's just like, people like Terry Funk, and I'm bigger than them. I feel like I don't know. It's a nitpick. I'll admit it's a nitpick, but alas, Abyss and Bully Ray have the match. I actually thought it was good, well worked. I thought, however you feel about Bully Ray's promos, I know Tifus doesn't really take to him. A lot of people really consider he's been having his best, but I think his matches on pay-per-view have been pretty consistently good. I thought his match with Anderson and Bound for Glory was good. I thought, like, the two matches he had with James Storm and Robert Roode at that title. What was it? The Bound for Glory series? I thought those were exceptional matches, and I think it's good that he's coming into his own as a singles competitor. But
well, he was always. I think he was always talented. For as much crap as we give Bully. I used to like Bully Ray, and I used to think he was, capable of holding his own. And this was a much better match than I think any of us gave credit for, because finally Abyss had a fucking person to work a hardcore match with, who not only, isn't like Foley, who's too beaten up to do it, and who isn't like it's pretty much anyone from ECW that Abyss fucking face.
Yeah,
it's like Bully Ray knows how to work a hardcore match, and that's what really helped, because Abyss has been in some bad fucking hardcore matches, but this was well worked. All the spots made sense, and that's in a hardcore match. That's all I really want, is some sort of psychology and.
Yeah, where you
psychology in a hardcore match. That's funny.
A good one that they went to with this match was, usually you'll introduce a weapon and it may not be used for like another 5 minutes, but it gets used in a nice showcase spot. For instance, like in a normal cheese grater, you usually use it to rake the forehead. Bubba Ray gets pretty much nutted with it, and he sells it quite deliciously.
That wasn't selling. You have to come up with a new word for whatever the hell he did.
Why isn't there a gif of that?
I mean, if nothing,
fuck it, I'll make one.
There's definitely like something incongruous about Bully Ray supposed to be playing a very serious heel, but really the way he plays a heel in the ring is very much like a bully, where he gets like royally fucked up, and he gets his due in the like over the top like comedic reactions to like getting completely hurt and getting showed up. But nonetheless, we have Janice make her triumphant return. Another minefield of a gimmick.
It's like all of Abyss's gimmicks showed up all in this match. All they needed was James. All they needed was James Mitchell.
Yeah, if only.
Yeah, no Judas Messias, thank God.
Yeah, the only
Oh.
other thing they left was this friggin' old music, which is 10 times better for that stupid Undertaker gong XP. But he brings out the thumbtacks, pours like Bully Ray takes the thumbtack bump, which I mentioned that night. Like if I was ever at all a wrestler, like in any capacity, even if I was working hardcore matches to a pretty good degree, I would never agree to do a to do a
Oh hell
thumbtack bump.
no. Same.
Yeah, fuck that
Well, at
noise.
the very least, Bully Ray, his vest probably absorbed a good chunk of it.
Yeah, and at that point he was probably just getting poked. But nonetheless, those bumps always look just horrible. Like Randy Orton, as much as as
Oh
I
yeah, that was probably one of the worst thumbtack spots you could.
yeah, a fucking bareback. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that
hard to
like
watch.
it hurt like a motherfucker. That's why I don't let anyone give Randy Orton shit. Because I'm like, did you see that bump he took? Yeah.
Hmm. But
At any rate,
yeah, but the finish to this came with a barbed wire board. Abyss gets the black hole slam on it, and he pins Bully Ray 1, 2, 3, and he's put over. Don't know where this will go, but
well, there's actually going to be
decent
more
match.
to this a little later in the night. It won't come of anything, but we'll mention it when we get to it.
Yeah, we have another backstage promo. Matt Morgan and Crimson, and they pretty much their intensity is once again yelling.
Yeah,
We're pumped.
that's basically like the TNA default by this point, isn't it?
Yeah, no one plays. No one no one on their roster is able to do a nice calm intensity that like the sort of Jake Roberts, the sort of early Stone Cold.
Randy Orton can do it, even though he's not doing it now.
But yeah, they'll retain their belts. They'll beat Joe and Magnus despite how good they are. We have our tag team title match next. The culmination, I guess, of the whole wild card tournament. I didn't care about the tournament.
This
Don't
match
particularly care
didn't
about the
interest
culmination.
me in the slightest. I barely watched this match.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Joe's always nice. Like, if anything, like what we could get from Joe is that like he never really gives a shit in his matches, which kind of makes his facial expressions that much better. Like he just comes off as nonchalant about the whole thing.
He kind of comes off like, okay, whatever. I've been here before. Oh, look, something stupid happened.
I'm not gonna complain to Vince Russo about it.
Yeah.
I might be out for 30 days, but still be paid. Appear on Colt Cabana's podcast. Crimson and Matt Morgan retain. What more do you want?
Basically, Backlash saw the future, and his prediction has so far been right.
I can see the future, and I see disappointment in mine.
Oh yeah, I see disappointment from the standpoint of this the first main event match. Oh my god,
What's the main event?
James Storm versus Kurt Angle. That was a fairly hot angle.
Wait, did we talk about the tag match?
Not really.
Briefly, but who cares?
Okay.
It's like the point of that is that like the only thing good that came out of the wild card tournament was Eric Young and ODB. Like
Yeah.
still looking forward to that budding romance.
Yeah,
But
if they decide to do anything with it. But yeah, we've got Kurt Angle versus James Storm next.
before that, James Storm puts all his sunglasses, his hat, and his beer bottle in JB's hand. I forgot. Like he's like, don't ask me the question. I'll ask you the question. I'll ask you how you feel. And this didn't really lead to anything.
And this man's not ready for the main event. Why? Exactly. TNA.
Because you touch yourself at night.
Because
Trying to cut back, I swear.
That joke just got even more awkward than I wanted it to be.
But
That's why I'm here.
He also James Storm also gets the crowd into a "You suck" chant for Kurt Angle. Too bad he doesn't have the music to make that "You suck" chant more. I don't know.
Nostalgic?
Yeah.
Kurt Angle. If only you would get clean and go back to WWE, we would all be happy.
Yeah, and if only you would embrace not being completely evil and unsettling, but
Just how silly you are as a person. Come on, man.
just be a funny dickhead like you usually you did that like maybe for one segment in this entire angle and it was good. Where you dressed up as a cowboy and started randomly kicking people.
See, that's the thing though, Kurt. I can't remember where I heard it, but Kurt was always bothered by the fact that like in the WWE he was the goofy heel character. It always bugged him. So
wait, what did he want to be, Ken Shamrock?
Apparently.
Yeah, that guy went. I mean, but see, the thing is, there were situations in the WWE where he was like that. There are quite enough situations. It's not like he didn't endear himself to the "you suck" but chance. But about this angle, the whole idea is that Kurt Angle for some reason is put off by the idea that James Storm's finish is a super kick, and he's like, that's not wrestling. Kicking people in the head is not wrestling. So I'm gonna make our match just a normal wrestling match. None of this kick to the head stuff is gonna be happening, and I like how he's gonna stipulate the match. I don't know how that's gonna factor in. And I'll leave the rest of it.
He wrestled Shawn Michaels in some of the best matches ever, and you know what? Fuck it.
I'll say my piece about this, and then you could talk about the rest of the match because I know you want to get to the finish. But basically, the biggest problem I had with this match was that within the first the match, the bell rings, and they put over the whole James Storm's last call super kick. Mike Tenay mentions that he got him in under a minute in their first encounter, and it's like, why do we care about this match if that's the case? But yeah, you guys take it away.
Okay, so one of my least favorite matches of all time is Triple H versus Booker T from WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, 19.
In which Booker T pretty much owns Triple H through most of the match. He hits him with the axe kick, the bookend, and the Harlem Hangover. And Triple H kicked out of all of them.
And you're bringing up that match. Why?
And then all Triple H does is hit one pedigree, and the match is over. And that was that. It ruined Booker T for a long fucking time. Why I bring that up is because we had pretty much the same thing in a much dumber fashion happen in this match, in which James Storm pretty much beats the high holy fuck out of Kurt Angle for a decent portion of the match. He hits him with a lung blower, a code breaker, and an RKO, and Kurt Angle kicks out of all of them.
Well, to be fair,
he hits one low blow, and then a weak ass kick, and then the match is over.
I was pissed off about the kick, but two things. First of all, if I could be the devil's advocate, I saw that Triple H Booker T match, having not seen it before, after all the hype, saying that he pedigrees him, waits for like a minute, then pins him. No, he doesn't.
He didn't wait for a minute. No, he pretty much pinned him right away. That's bullshit.
But you didn't think the psychology? I mean, I guess you're right. That I can't beyond that. But two, the lung blower, the code breaker, and for all intents and purposes a cutter is not. Those aren't finishes. Those aren't James Storm's finishes. They don't acknowledge him as death moves. But that said, that stupid kick, a low blow and a kick, that didn't work.
Yeah. That was my main problem. It's just it seemed like they weren't trying or something, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just something that bugged me and won't bug anybody else. But
no, the match didn't really bother me because like Chris said, those aren't really his death moves. He never did get to hit the super kick, which has been put over pretty big. And I can kind of buy into the fact that Kurt Angle has to resort to dirty tactics to beat James Storm.
I mean, the problem I have with it, like, obviously, yeah, it's like that's that heel irony of using the kick that you despise so much to like go over, but really, like, I don't understand the problem he had in the first place with the soup. Like, what is it's like that? That's a barroom kind of thing. Like, it's like
Who kicks someone in the face in a barroom fight?
it's
Apparently,
yeah,
Kurt Angle.
it's very arbitrary. It makes no sense. And if he were to explain it, it would have been even just as disappointing, if not more. So we pretty much established that this is a match like founded on a very stupid angle, and then that's your first main event.
Well, that would explain why I didn't care about it, because it's based on complete and utter stupidity. Not care for this match at all. Again, I didn't care for the next match either, which was a world heavyweight title match.
Well, before that, we mentioned this earlier. First, we have a backstage promo with Bully Ray, and as we see him, he's got blood all over his knuckles, and the Harvey Cam is asking him, like, "Hey, have you seen Abyss? What happened to Abyss?" And Bully Ray, he's wiping the blood off his hands. He's like, "I don't know. Maybe he went home." And that's the segment. The implication being that Bully Ray has beaten the living shit out of Abyss.
Ah,
So he put him over, and then they didn't put him over.
Russo
What?
swerved us. Russo swerved us.
Oh well, that's nice of him.
actually, according to every sources, Bruce Pritchard swerved us. Though maybe he was slipped a note by Vince Russo. I mean, it's pretty. The thing about this, it's pretty clear. We can't really tell who makes which decision, and Russo could take credit or not take credit for things he hasn't done, not like Steve Austin and The Rock, and not take credit for things that he has done. So I don't think we'll really ever know until a very trustworthy source comes out with some kind of document. But
Well, Russo still works for the company, and until that changes, I'm always wary of the swerve.
okay, you don't put anything past him, but we have a Robert Roode promo. He proclaims himself the it factor of wrestling, and obviously that's kind of him being a heel because he's churning out WWE sensibilities and terms like that.
Yeah.
Pretty easy way to get heat in TNA.
It was just such a weird backwards promo. I mean, Jeff Hardy's promo just came off as so whining and self-pitying and pandering and whatnot, and Bobby Roode was just so blatantly honest about everything that's wrong with this company.
And Jeff Hardy. But Mega Fighter, there is something like that happened before the match. The tail of the tape. Talk about that because I know you were particularly going nuts about it.
Why did I go nuts about the tail of the tape? I don't even think I was really going nuts about the tail of the tape so much as it was. I think it had more to do with the SmackDown tail of the tape from earlier. Just like, why was there a tail of the tape on SmackDown? I don't think I was going nuts during that for this one. So.
Well,
No.
we did give them credit for earlier in the show when during a tag match when they had that not tail of the tape thing, but they called it the taglines instead. We were like, oh well, they finally named it the right thing. And then sure enough, we get to the fucking main event and we have the non-tail of the tape again.
Yeah. It's like the expression avoiding a pothole and driving off a cliff. Again, another nitpick, but it's still fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I guess let's talk about this match. I could say right now, I don't think Jeff Hardy's exactly ready for the main event in this capacity. I think if he developed quite well in the WWF, he kind of lost it because I don't know because it's really just like him being in a headlock from Robert Roode and then getting up doing maybe he holds his two legs and does the leg drop into the groin or does his usual spots like
This was a WWE TV match. Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I marked for Whisper in the Wind, but like I didn't really see any effective psychology here. But I guess get to the finish now.
Yeah, let's just skip to the finish because basically, Bobby Roode basically says, "Oh, I cannot beat the awesomeness that is Jeff Hardy," and he tries to walk out twice during the match, and twice Jeff Hardy just comes up and smacks him from behind, drags him back to the ring. And to end off our finish, Hardy goes for the twist of fate, but Bobby Roode pushes him away, kicks the ref right in the nuts, gets hit with the twist of fate, and as he's being pinned, the ref calls for the DQ. Jeff Hardy wins by disqualification. Now, here's my question. Why? We know they want to get the belt off Bobby Roode and put it on Jeff Hardy. So why are they prolonging this? I mean, I don't want the belt on Jeff Hardy, but that's what they're doing. They're just wasting our time.
I would say build up for the next pay-per-view, but they don't give a shit about the pay-per-view.
You know what? They're probably going to have a rematch on Impact this Thursday. And I know it's probably too early for spoilers, but I want to go looking for some. Just because I know I can almost predict that I'm going to see a rematch where Jeff Hardy wins the title on Impact.
Yeah. Considering how many fucking title changes there were on Impact last year, Anderson, Sting. I think Anderson again. Oh no, well, Sting again. Kurt Angle. I think even. I could say there are at least like 3 major title changes on Impact in 2011. I wouldn't put it past him to do the same with Jeff Hardy.
I mean, after Bound for Glory, you have James Storm winning the title on Impact. Then 2 weeks later, Bobby Roode wins it.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
Crap.
Oh God, we're remembering the bad shit again. Let's put the past in the past.
No.
Past.
No, Impact's motto is the past is the future.
Yeah, but it almost, this whole thing with the pay-per-view, I mean, I know the pretty much 75% chances that, yes, Jeff will win it on Impact, but do you think that Hulk Hogan, when he was saying that Roode is not the future, was working everyone?
I don't know. Part of me would be willing to buy that. The other part of me thinks that they saw the reaction to it and actually were proactive enough to say, hey, maybe people actually like this guy and we should put the belt on them.
I mean, I'm glad at least Hogan's proactive enough to not be on TV since he turned face, but I'm quite glad about that. That's the only thing I'll give him credit to this day for. But
yeah, they got Hogan doing exactly what Hogan should be doing. He's promoting the show. He's not on the show.
Well,
and if only they had done that when they first hired him, we could have avoided 2 years of bullshit.
But yeah, Roode's still champion. Angle's still creepy. Matt Morgan and Crimson are still champion. Aries is still champion. Gail Kim is still champion. Noticing a trend.
So nothing has changed.
Devon and Pope are still unimportant. Yeah, nothing changed.
So that was
and the most disappointing part, because Jeff Hardy technically won the match, I do not have to dress up like him.
Yeah, you should have fine-toothed combed that contract.
Yeah, I should have. I should have said it so that if I win, No Leaf should have to do it.
Wow.
How am I gonna do it? I have no money.
Not my problem.
Well, you could pay for it, Backlash.
Actually, maybe I will.
No, you will not, because I will not do it. That was not part of the deal.
But yeah, I will say this has one thing over
the deal. Sorry.
I will say Genesis 2012 has one thing over Genesis 2011. Matt Hardy wasn't there.
Well, that's always a plus.
Yeah.
Oh, blessings.
I hate Matt Hardy. Okay, with that.
They're not that
Time
bombshell.
for our flagship segment of the show. What gets more screen time than RPM? Jay Lethal. I'd have to say uh, mm, the Velvet
There's
Touch
so
gets
many
more
good
screen
ones.
time than Jay Lethal.
Wait, what?
The Velvet Touch.
I'm gonna have to go with Janice gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
All right, no leave. You go next. I'm trying to think of one.
Shitty super kicks get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Bully Ray's face when getting a cheese grater gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Well, who amongst us would not make that face?
I'm not arguing against it. I'm just saying it gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
I'm depressed.
I'm Christopher
Oh.
Says.
You truly are the mastodon of the monotone, aren't you?
Make a fighter free.
You mean Skippy?
And I am your
Skippy.
fucking friend Backlash, and that will do it for the dark match.
I didn't say my name.
No,
I didn't say my name.
This pay-per-view has turned us all into Cylons.
Oh no, our call quality's dropping. No Leaf, sign us off quick.
I know it's over. I know it's over. Good night and good luck.